record. Give me 1 second. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so to introduce myself, my name is Corey Barksdale. I've only been a Toastmaster for about a year and a half now. So this particular role I've done at my club, Gwinnett Harbingers. And so I'm happy to be the District 14's VPPR for this term. So we're going to start. We're going to start with our main goals that we would like to achieve as BPPRs. Our goal is to increase visibility, attract new customers, and maintain a positive image for Toastmasters. Those are the main goals that we really want to focus on. Can someone give me the responsibilities of a BPPR? Can you tell me what you feel that there are other responsibilities that we have as VPPRs?
I would say trying to maintain a relationship with the people you're trying to bring into your club.
Yes, definitely reaching out to the community and trying to attract new potential members is one big responsibility that we have. Does anyone else have any particular responsibilities that they would know of?
Creating an internet presence and social media presence.
Yes, definitely. And by creating that presence on the online, I think the responsibility of creating a great website is one of the big responsibilities that you will have. And also having a social media presence is also really important. So,
I think
excuse me?
no, I was gonna say another thing is actually going out and maybe speaking to local colleges or anything that you can do in person, as far as speaking, to actually go out to attract people so they can actually get an understanding of what we do.
Exactly. Having events like open house, or like one of the clubs that I was part of in Gwinnett and in Tucker, what we would do is have like events at festivals. And festivals were a great way to attract new members and just to let them know about Toastmasters in general. So some of the responsibilities, we create and execute plans to promote the club and at events. We increase the club's visibility in the community. We design flyers, posters, and social media posts, manage the club website and social media accounts. We also build relationships with local media. So with local journalists, when you send out press releases, one of the things that you want to do is make sure that all the information that you send to them is correct, but you want to build a relationship with the local journalists because they are part of promoting your club. You want to keep your members engaged also, and one way to do that is to have different events and just news about your club to share with them on a regular basis. We also want to make sure we protect our brand. The Toastmaster brand is a particular brand, just like McDonald's, Home Depot, or any other large brand that is in our community. So if you look at this particular slide of the different logos that we have, does anyone know what slide is the correct logo that we should use?
Slide number 2.
Yes, exactly. So if you look at the other slides, some of them are skewed, so they're not exactly how they're supposed to be. If you look at slide number 3, you see the slogan right under our logo. We definitely want to make sure we don't have like any additional slogans that we add. And you want to stay within your color combination also. If you look at slide number 2, you notice that we're using the maroon, the yellow, the blue, and the white. So that is perfect. And usually when you actually present your slide in like a flyer or a poster, you want to make sure there is white space around your actual logo also. You never want to have number 6 where there is like a glow outside of the logo. Moving on. One of the big things that we're going to be doing, we're going to be creating flyers and posters, and we're going to actually post a lot onto our website and social media. If you look at this particular slide, the image on the left side is what you want to shoot for when you're actually creating your flyers or creating something that represents Toastmasters as far as imagery. You look at the one on the right side, and that's totally not what we want to go for. It's cute. Cat got your tongue when it comes to public speaking, and then you have the cat and your tongue, but that's exactly what we do not want to do when we actually present our imagery. If you look at this particular slide, you notice the cute cat and you notice the appliances and the landscape. Those are things that we want to stay away from. So there is a resource on Toastmasters website, which is Toastmasters resources, and we have a media section where you can actually access different images that will represent Toastmasters. So you can access images of a gathering or people that are interacting or speaking, but a lot of times some people will go to a website or they go online to Google and do a search for these images that do not go well with Toastmasters. Before your club meetings, what you want to do, you want to verify that all the information that represents your club is correct. So what you can do is send an email to Toastmasters just to make sure that what is being listed on Toastmasters International website is correct. You can actually order promotional materials. You would go to Toastmasters International online store, and these materials are free. So usually they will send you brochures that represents Toastmasters, and they will actually send you information on increasing memberships that will help promote your club. During the meetings, pathways, level 4 credits. Now that you're going to be promoting your club, you can actually receive credit for promotion through pathways level number 4. Before you even start to create your flyers, do your social media, or have a different events, you want to actually activate this particular pathway because you can get credit through Toastmasters for actually going through the actual path and creating this situation here. You always want to take photos. Photos are really important. The purpose of photos, they capture memorable experiences, milestones, and accomplishments of members at the club. This is a particular challenge that Debbie Thompson had for her club members, and they wanted to create mugs to create some engagement in her club. So she had all of them create mugs and she took pictures. But you want to make sure, like, for any session that your club has, any meeting that your club has, that you're continuously taking pictures and involving and engaging your club members. Does anyone else have ideas of what you would do to engage members?
Yes, I'm Larry McClellan, Vice President of Public Relations over at Toastmasters Centerville. And one of the things that we've done in the past, we did sunglasses. This is when we was in the virtual space. We had sunglasses with the summer background. One of the themes was summer for the Toastmasters, the Toastmaster of the day. And then another one that we did was to wear your favorite team's hat. And then for the holidays, we had the ugly sweater and the Christmas hat contest. And that created a lot of good photos, and it created camaraderie, and it also helped us boost back up those members that we had got stagnated with.
Awesome. That sounds like a great. So, did you actually have new members that you attracted with this engagement?
Absolutely. We had some, not on all, but there was some that we did attract new members because we did the thing where each member bring a guest, and we had a contest, and we gave away Toastmaster gift certificates for the one that brought the most guests in attendance.
That's awesome, Larry. Does anyone else have any ideas of how to attract new members through engagements?
Yes, this is Jerry Bullard. We talking Tigers when we speak with a roar. As I visited one of the club, it was a movie theme, and everybody dressed up as their favorite character. And the movie theme was dealing with the Black Panthers movie, and everybody dressed up one of the people of Black Panthers. And through that, they actually ended up picking up about 4 new members just from that, and they actually called out and more people came to the club. This was
Wow.
just fun.
That's awesome, Jerry. I'm sure that was a great experience. And yeah, I mean, there's so many different movies that are out there right now that you can actually dress up and go to. Yeah, definitely. That was a great idea. Does anyone else have any other ideas?
This is Jackie Walker with Village Speakers Toastmasters.
Hmm.
And we meet twice a month, first and third Thursdays. And one Thursday out of the month, we go out and have drinks and food. And we do take pictures. A lot of the members, especially the members that are visiting our club, they really enjoy the social part because many of them are just getting off from work at the time we meet. So that gives them a chance to relax a little bit after our meeting. We also had t-shirts we did t-shirts, and so every so often we will wear our t-shirts when we go out and use that to attract other visitors and potential members.
Great. Thank you for sharing, Jackie. I think that's one of the parts of Toastmasters. You want to make sure that you're having fun. Of course, we're here to become better leaders and to improve our speech, but being connected and going on social meetings or connecting through social meetings is a great way to, one, to learn and to actually just connect with other people. So I think that's a great way. And that's what we do with Gwinnett Harbingers also. Outside the club meeting, you want to publicize your brand for one, and you actually want to publicize your club. This particular image here is of a cake that had Toastmasters on it, the logo. The thing about this was that we had to get permission. This was Debbie Thompson once again. There was a celebration for the 20th celebration of one of the clubs. And so Debbie wanted to have the Toastmaster logo on the cake. Once she got to the actual bakery, I think it was Publix, they would not put the logo on there because they wanted to make sure that they had permission. So she had to actually contact Toastmasters. She emailed them and she told them exactly what they wanted to do or what she wanted to do, and she was able to get permission. So sometimes if you want to do like a t-shirt or some type of like promotional like a hat or whatever, you want to make sure that you have permissions from Toastmasters first before you actually execute, because you don't know if you're representing the brand correctly. And so she had to get permission for this particular one. Outside the club, as we mentioned earlier, the website is a big part of maintaining the image of Toastmasters. So you want to make sure that you're up to date on Free Toast Host. Free Toast Host is a platform that we use to update the website. And so you can have so many different functions and capabilities that you do with your website if you know how to use Free Toast Host. There's going to be on August the 21st, there's going to be a session that Debbie Thompson is going to be leading. And you guys will want to join that session because you're going to learn about a lot about how to add images, how to create animations, how to update your calendar, and different information that you can utilize on your website. You want to actually produce and distribute a newsletter. And usually, if you can do that once a month, that would be great. But I know there's a lot of content that usually goes into a newsletter. So it may take some time for you to actually create the newsletter. So if you can send out a newsletter to your members at least like once every 2 months, that is great because that kind of shows any information that needs to be updated at that time that's relevant that your members need to know about. You will put that in your newsletter, or if there's like a celebration, someone has finished a pathway, you want to actually let everyone know about that. So you want to encourage all your members, and if there's a birthday or something like that, you also want to put that in the newsletter. Is there anyone who has designed a newsletter for your club?
I have a question. This is Jackie Walker with Village Speakers again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the information where Debbie Thompson presentation is going to be on 8/21?
Yes, it's in the, we send out a newsletter every Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
So it's in that
Okay.
newsletter, and you just click, there's a button there that you can click to register.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So,
Hey, Corey,
yes.
that newsletter that you just mentioned, who does that go to? Does that go to the VP of Public Relations in each of the clubs, or?
No, that particular newsletter goes to all Toastmaster members if you're signed up for the newsletter to receive it.
Oh, well, I don't want to get you off track, but I'm not familiar with that. How would you sign up for that?
You can give me your email address and then I can forward you the information. So
Okay, sure.
basically, if you're not receiving it, then you just have to give us your information and we'll make sure that you're on the list.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, no problem. So is designing a newsletter a big part of your promotion for most of the people who are here?
So this is a customer, Nick. We're just gonna add something. So we are sending, but I'm sending every week. We meet every week, and we're sending like the meeting agenda, and inside of the meeting agenda, we describe what event is happening and what we need to happen. But it's not like a big newsletter. It's like a small few paragraphs, and I think that was very effective to us. Like, for example, let's say we sent a letter, somebody has a birthday, we're gonna meet after that, and we gonna have a party for next Saturday, something like that.
Mhm. That's awesome. Yes, definitely you want to have an agenda based on your meetings and send that out after the meetings every week. The newsletter would have more descriptive information in it. So you're gonna get some of your content from Toastmasters International, but you want to make it local for your club. So you want to actually reach out to some of your members. Maybe they're doing some special things in the community and you want to see what everyone's doing. So it's just a way of connecting with your members and making sure that they know that they are loved and respected at the same time and that what they're doing is important. Outside the club, promote membership programs as we have discussed. There are advertisements that we run annually From August the 1st through September the 30th is the Smedley Awards. And with this particular initiative, what you're trying to do is get 5 new members to your club. So Floyd Neal is in charge of this, and basically he's part of help building your clubs. So we're going to put this out, and we actually been putting it out on the website. And so you want to actually send it out to the community to see if you can actually pull in new members to your club. Later on, there is Talk Up Toastmasters, and that's from February the 1st through March the 31st. And it's the same initiative of adding 5 new members. And towards the end of the term, which is May the 1st through June the 30th, is Beat the Clock, and you're trying to add members at that time. That is the basis of Toastmasters. You want to make sure that your club is continuing to grow. So adding members is the emphasis that we want to have at that time throughout the actual whole term. Executive committee meeting, your responsibilities: provide a public relations report, purpose new promotional ideas, or propose new promotional ideas, and that is what to do. This is what you would do during the meetings. When you're meeting with the president, the sergeant at arms, VP of memberships, you want to propose new ideas to see if you can actually create more members for your club. So if you have an idea like a festival or upcoming session that you can have to engage new members, you want to make sure that you actually introduce that idea at that time. The roles of a VPPR. One is your website. You want to make sure there's continuous updates. If there's any issues, you want to reach out to Toastmasters International. And a good person to reach out to is Jennifer Green. She is a great tech person, and she could help you with if there's any issues with your website. As we spoke about earlier, newsletters are really important. Publicity, you want to continue to engage with local journalists and people in the community to get your stories promoted. News media, you're continuously sending out press releases. And this is a lot of different responsibilities for one person to handle. So you want to make sure you have a team. So if you have other members of your club that are interested in what you do, you want to pull them in so that they can be a part of taking on some of these roles. Maybe you want 2 people to help you out, but this seems like quite a bit for just one person. So when the role is over and you turn it over to someone else, you want to make sure you pull them in earlier so you can start working with them. Executive committee promotion work with VPM on open house. So if you have an open house, feel free to reach out to me and I can actually help you design a flyer or work on your website. What you want to do is make sure you present your date and time and your strategy that you want to actually have for this potential open house. I think with the open house is a great way to pull new members in, because sometimes the emails and just attracting people online is not the best way to do it. You need to have like a face-to-face conversation and more of a personal connection. And as I mentioned earlier, you want to also talk to members in your club to have a replacement once you're done with your actual term. You want to make sure there's someone else who can take on that particular term. To review, Toastmasters branding. You want to make sure that your brand is consistent, just like Coca-Cola and McDonald's. With the club website, you want to make sure that your online presence is there and attracting new members. Social media, we have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. That's going to help you reach more people. You want to actually update your newsletter continuously and have promotions in your club to increase visibility. newspapers, sending out to journalists to increase a broader exposure, club executive council, strategic leadership, and have someone to replace you after your term is done. What is the most important tip you could give to a new VP of Public Relations? For those who have done this role in the past, are there any tips that you can give to new members in this role?
Yeah. Vice President of Public Relations, Centerville, Larry McClellan again. In my last time doing this role, this actually is my third time doing VPPR.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I like to highlight is that you mentioned it as number one in your tips. Review the website, make sure the website data is accurate, and learn free Toast host. And then build you a network of people in the communities that you can reach out to and find those events that are going on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Larry. That's totally true. Are there any other suggestions for new members?
Yes, this is Jared Bullock, Movie Talking Tigers. Also utilize your Chamber of Congress. They will be more than happy to give out flyers. You can give out flyers and also attend their meetings. You'd be surprised a lot of the business that are interested in Toastmaster that don't even know that they exist in the community.
Yes, definitely. And you can order your flyers. I think they will send you out 40 flyers if you contact Toastmasters International. So definitely handing out flyers and connecting with the community is really important. Exactly what we were just talking about, building relationships and communicate clearly. Focus on building strong relationships with both current and potential members. Communicate your club's value clearly and consistently across all channels. What questions do you have for new VPPRs? What questions do you have? I know there's new VPPRs here.
I don't have any questions. I just wanted to update us on the time. We're down to about 8 minutes left for the session.
Okay. So
I have a question.
I do have.
Yes. What questions do you have?
So I am virtual. My club is in Georgia. And I'm wondering, should I create the newsletters for them and then have them hand it out, or should I do a virtual one? Because I know you said they give you like a certain amount of flyers. I'm wondering, like, how would that work virtually?
So you're saying your club is virtual and you don't?
Well, yeah, it's half virtual, but most people live in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Kansas.
Oh, you live in Kansas. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, how can I be a good VPPR while yeah.
I guess so. There's only so many flyers that you're going to get from Toastmasters International. I would say that it's best, since your club is virtual, for you to create your content. Just go along the branding specifications that you're supposed to work within. But you can create your own flyers and send it off to your club members that are in other states. I think that's the best way to take on that. Are there other?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I have a question, Corey. A couple times you've mentioned something. I'm not sure if I'm understanding it correctly, but I think you're saying free Toast host. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? I didn't see that delineated on any of your slides. Can you sort of explain what that is?
Okay, so free Toast host, think of like WordPress, Weebly, or Wix. It's really similar to those platforms. So it's a drag and drop platform where you can actually create your web pages, and it's offered just through Toastmasters. So when you go to your club's website, most of the time they're designed through free Toast